The Sim World Racing Network presents the All-American Racing.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Southern Florida. Homestead Miami Speedway is the location of race number 34 of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. The QFRL Auto Serve 240 live on the air on the Sim World Racing Network. So glad you could join us here this evening. My name is Nathan Christensen, always here with you, the voice of the All-American Cup Series. Thanks for tuning in, as qualifying is just about ready to get going here, as we will check out that here shortly. A few cars already on track tonight. There's the 41 just coming off of pit road. That's the Kurzelek. Number 41, the butt kicker, Moza Motorsports Ford Mustang, driven by Michael Kurzelek. He will be starting his first of two-time laps this time at the start-finish line. Also on track, already on his first lap, that's the 54 Monster Energy Chevrolet Camaro. That is Curtis Sobran. Just coming up to speed, also in that 15 Gamer 2 Elite Camaro. That is Hillbilly Dave Hara out of turn 4, looking for the green flag on the first of two qualifying laps for himself. Kyle Purcell out here tonight, completing his first of two laps, this time out of turn number 4 in that Chicago Tire and Repair number 01 Camry down to the line. See if he can beat Curtis or Sobran. He does. A 33.427 for Kyle Purcell. And then Lurfano goes second quick, not far off that with a 3.3526. Kurzelek stops the clock at a 3.3596. Pretty close group of cars so far. A few more drivers completing their first lap. That is Dave Hara with a 3.3654. Chad Snyder will start his first lap swerve. Kyle Purcell goes better with a 33.254. Curtis Sobran goes better with a 33.418, but so does Dave Lurfano with a 3.3347. As we watch the Snyder 26 coming into the living room this time through turns 3 and 4. Look to stop the clock on his first of two laps. This time Hara improves. Second quick on the board for Hara. That's a 33.325. Second quick for Dave Hara. Chad Snyder crosses the line. First one in the books for Snyder. Doesn't look like he will get a time on that one, so must have got into the fence ever so slightly to bring that qualifying lap void. So attempt number 2 on lap number 2 here for Chad Snyder in that beautiful Blues Race Designs 26 Toyota out of the Assault Motorsports stable. Also on track there is Ken Pack completing his second lap, a 3.3421 for Peck. See how Snyder stops the clock on lap number 2. Fourth quick for Snyder, a 3.3355. Chad Snyder, a 3.3355. Alan Bledsoe, the American Tire Distributors Camaro, out of turn number 4, down to complete his first of two laps. See if he can get himself a decent starting position here in this one. So far, 7th, second of two laps. 34.316 is his quickest for 9th fastest. James Nelson, he works his way around turns 1 and 2 on the first lap here, heading down the back straightaway in that auto serve Ford Mustang down into turn number 3 and 4. That is. Here he comes through turn number 4, looking to set his first of two time laps. Bledsoe crosses the line for his second lap, unable to improve on his time. See where Nelson slots in. He'll go 10th quick on the first one, a 34.394, looking to improve big time for the driver out of the 75 car. Down the back straightaway he goes. Looks like he'll be the last car to complete time here. Smaller field tonight, only 11 cars. Travis Rodriguez in the field, unable to complete a timed lap. Must have had some issues getting around and to the wall at one or another point on his lap. But with 20 seconds to go, James Nelson will stop the clock on his second lap. 34.033 for Nelson. 34.033 for Nelson. So 10 drivers qualified here tonight of the 11 cars signed in. Purcell looks like he will start this one from the pole. Kyle Purcell with a 33.254. And outside that front row will be Dave Harrah with a 33.325. As the field will get set on pit road behind the iRacing Pace vehicle for 160 laps tonight here from the Homestead Miami Speedway, the QFRL AutoServe 240 on the SimWorld Racing Network. Let's take a quick look at the AARL points coming into this evening. As you see there on your screen, coming in, 4 drivers in the yellow on the good side of the cut line, 4 drivers in the red on the wrong side of the cut line. Brendan Mathai comes in with, after winning last week, he has 5,111 points, but he will void his guaranteed win and in, as he will need a provisional, won't be in the field tonight. So Brendan Mathai losing his guaranteed starting spot in the round of 4, but will have a solid points advantage coming into this one, so look for him to potentially lock himself in after tonight. Alan Bledsoe, Dave Lafano, and Kyle Purcell 2 through 4. Those are the 3 other drivers on the right side of the cut line. Travis Rodriguez, James Nelson, Mike Kurdzlek, and Trad Snyder all on the outside looking in at this one. As the field gets set to grid here on pit road. There you can see the 11-car field sitting ready to go as the starting lineup appears on the screen. Kyle Purcell on the pole out of Chicagoland, Illinois. Outside him from Charlotte, North Carolina. That was the 15 of Dave Harrah. Dave Lafano, the 3rd from Poland, Maine, will go off in 3rd. Chad Snyder from Mineral, Virginia, looks for a win tonight in the 4th starting spot. Curtis Sovereign out of Hudson, North Carolina, will go from 5th. Ken Pack out of Greer, South Carolina, and the number 16 will start 6th. Alan Bledsoe from Springfield, Missouri, will go from the 7th spot. Michael Kurdzlek from Louisville, Kentucky, will go from position number 8. James Nelson from Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, will go in the 9th spot. Larry Garnes out of Charleston, West Virginia, will go from 10th. And rounding out the field tonight in the 79, that is San Antonio, Texas's Travis Rodriguez. He will go from the 11th spot here tonight. So that's the field set to go as the iRacing Pace Truck will pull to the infield of this one as we get set to go racing 160 laps here from Homestead. Green flag is out and we are racing down into turn number 1. Turns 1 and 2 still side by side up front, though Kyle Purcell will get an edge out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Harrah will pull in line behind him, side by side. Though battle is on for 3rd. As Lafano on the inside, Chad Snyder on the outside, very close to that outside wall. Did Snyder? He's going to lose the momentum there, but instead of 4, he's going to go side by side down the front straightaway with the number 8 car. Battle for the lead also up front. Dave Harrah right to the bottom of the track with 1 and 2, see if he can get the pedal down and get in front of that number 15. A little contact there though between 3rd and 4th place running Lafano and Snyder. That time out of turn number 2. Keep an eye on this battle here as it develops here. Bledsoe and Ken Pack also side by side. This time out of turn 4 down across the line. Number 2. Chad switches it up that time down to the bottom, right along the white line through turns 1 and 2. Trying to make a run on the Hera 15. He's got company on the outside, though, as that is Ken Pack using that high side momentum to get up beside the Snyder 26 down the back straightaway. They worked their way out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Snyder in that 26 holds on the third with Ken Pack down the back bumper there. In that number 16 this time. 2 by 2 through turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Ken might have got a piece of the wall. That's going to slow him down. With Bledsoe run on the inside on the exit of turn number 2, but Dave Lafano's there. No room for Bledsoe to go anywhere on that move. They'll drop back in line behind the number 16 this time through turns 3 and 4. Top lane behind the pack 16 into turn 1 and 2 again, as he is still side by side with the 8 of Lafano this time. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Peck's going to have the advantage into turn 3 and Bledsoe will go after the 8 of Lafano. Continues to work. We got a battle now for third as Bledsoe is able to clear the pack machine. He looks now to the inside of Chad Snyder down into turn number 3 and 4. Bledsoe right on the bottom, Snyder up on the rail. This time out of turn number 4, it's going to be pretty even down the front straightaway. Give that spot to Chad Snyder. Bledsoe brought the top in line behind the 16 machine. Time down the back straightaway. Purcell, Hera, Chad Snyder, Ken Pack, and battle between the 8 of Lafano and the 42 of Bledsoe developing here. Curtis Sobran says, hey, don't go on me. I'm back here in this number 54 machine looking to make my way into the top 5. Great battle developing here. 8 laps, in the books. Way down through turns 1 and 2 again, side by side for 4th, or for 5th and 6th as Bledsoe, so 4th and 5th as Ken Pack and Bledsoe go at it again. Now Bledsoe will sneak up in line behind the pack machine down into turns 3 and 4. Bledsoe and Snyder and Sovereign right to the bottom. Ken Pack up against the outside wall. Same with Dave Lafano this time out of turn number 4. No changes in position quite yet as they still continue to battle here. 9 laps complete, 160 the distance. Stages will be at the completion of lap 48 and 99. As they work their way back down the back straightaway. The Gamer 2 Elite spoiler cam on the back of the number 15 of Dave Hare as we watch the battle developing here behind him as he is comfortably in the 2nd position. And Snyder and Pack, Bledsoe, Lafano and Sobran all still going at it. 3 drivers in the playoffs looking to make up some ground on those leaders here in race number 2 of the round of 8 from Homestead, Miami Speedway. You're watching the Simworld Racing Network. This is the presentation of the QFRL AutoServe 240. Race number 34 on the year. Couple races to go in this round, and then we set our sights on Championship Tuesday from Phoenix. Just a matter of 3 weeks. November the 5th, Tuesday, November the 5th, that is. We will go Green flag racing with 4 drivers tied with a shot to win the championship. Best man wins. Guy who finishes highest at the end of the race will be crowned the 2024 All-American Racing League Cup Series champion. Jump on board to Curtis Sauber. AARL roof cam as the field gets down into turn 1 and 2. Definitely see 2 to stoop grooves being used by everyone who Bledsoe gets way below that white line. That's going to loosen him up and it's going to cost him a handful of positions. So we get shuffled back 2-3 positions. Now he'll fall in line behind Lafano into the clutches of the 54 car this time into turn number 3 and 4. So Sauber will go right to the bottom this time through 3 and 4. See if he has a run on the exit. Underneath the 42, not able to get side by side quite yet. Slip in line as they head down the turns 1 and 2. Up front though, Kyle Purcell in that beautiful 0-1 machine. The Chicago Tire and Auto Repair Toyota Camry continues to lead the way from the drop of the green as led all the laps so far in this one as he works his way through turns 1 and on the exit of turn number 2. And then behind him you see that 15 Gamer 2 Elite Chevrolet Camaro of Dave Hillbilly Hara running in second spot. Right now on that outside you see third place runner Ken Pack there as he is now up into a podium position as he's been able to get around Chad Snyder. And then now running in fourth just on the inside of Chad is that number 8 car Dale Brown, able to sneak up into the fourth position, moving Chad back to fifth at this point as they head down the back straightaway. Chad Snyder holding on to the fourth position. He has company in the form of Allen to the inside of Snyder through 3 and 4. Bledsoe make pull even on the exit. Is he able to clear him? Not quite yet. As I say that, he sure does. Put Bledsoe not into the top 5th. Chad back to 6th. And the pressure is not off of Chad right now, though, as the 54, Curtis Sobrin, drives it in on the top side to see if he can make a move and work his way up now into the 6th spot around the Snyder 26. Turn number 4, a good run on the bottom by Sovereign, able to hold it at the line, but Snyder uses the momentum to move back around on the top side into turn number 1. Sovereign will go to the kind of a middle, higher groove this time through 1 and 2. That's going to let Snyder edge out back in front and clear the 54 on the exit of turn number 2. Snyder has got up into the wall that time to turn 3. That'll slow him down enough to bring the 54 right back up to his back bumper as they head down the front straightaway. Look off of the rear roof game. That'll show roof game back at the 54 this time through 1 and 2. This is the battle on the track for 6 to work their way down the back straightaway. Like the battle is on for second here. Kent Pack goes to the inside of turn number 1 and 2. He's going to get that move done on the Hara 15 as they head down the back straightaway. Kent Pack to second here, back to third, but Hara says, hey, don't count me out of this one quite yet. He drops to the inside of turns 3 and 4, see if he can make a move. Not able to get it done, slips back in line behind the 16 as they head down. continue to watch this battle between the 15 and the 16 as we complete lap 22 of the 160 laps scheduled tonight. Pack's now solidly up into the second position. Dave Hare still though working that bottom line. Through 3 and 1 and 2 so he can make up any ground. On that Prism Health number 16 with Ken Pack. Like Chad Snyder has had to come down pit road here, complete a pit stop early in this one. Not sure if it is a scheduled pit stop or if it is unscheduled, but based on what you usually see workout, you usually have to do at least one pit stop per stage, so might have just been pitting on a little bit of the earlier side. Let's see if we can make up some ground on the undercut as the field continues to work around here on lap number 25. Ken Pack slowly but surely reeling in that 0-1 machine in front of him. There you see the difference over the last 5 laps between himself and the Purcell number 0-1. As I say that, Kyle Purcell hops down to pit lane, and your new leader this time at the line. Second leader of the race will be that number 16 Ken Pack machine. Still got Hillbilly though out there working the bottom. So that makes me think that the Chad Snyder pit stop was a scheduled stop. His first stop scheduled here in the first stage, obviously. Now that he's pitted, he should be able to get, I would think, to the end of stage number 1 in this one, as it is 48 laps long. These guys, though, still on the track, looking to tune some more laps before they head to their pit crews. Dave Lafano, Curtis Sobrin, though, this time down pit road. So a couple more guys bring it down to the attention of their pit crew this time off of turn 4. There you see those guys on pit road. Although Ken Pack now works his way off of turn number 4 down the front straight right there, with Hillbilly still right in his tire tracks this time into turn number 1. Like Kyle Purcell took a fuel-only strategy that time on pit road. It's just a 7-second pit stop compared to everyone else in the 13 to 14 second range. So we'll see how that plays out here at the end of stage number 1. Kyle obviously going to have those older tires, which definitely see some fall off here in this one. So we'll see how that works out for him. Potentially trying something for later in the event, but right now it continues to be the 16 at Ken Pack leading the way over Hera, Bledsoe in third. Kurgelak, the only 4 cars left to pit here in this one as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. This time out of turn 4. Ken Pack will stay on track, so will Dave Lafano and Alan Bledsoe's top 3. Still clicking off laps here. 30, working on lap 30, 29 in the book so far. The way off of turn number 2, headed down the straightaway. Oh, Bledsoe hard into the outside wall, that time out of turn number 2. That's going to cause some damage for that Bledsoe machine. See how much that is going to hurt him. Does not have a mechanical black flag, so not hard enough to require a mandatory pit stop, but definitely got that front fender all foiled up and looking to probably slow that machine down as he works his way here around here on lap number 31. Up front though, Ken Pack continues to lead the way in the Prisma Health number 16. Followed directly behind him is the 15 of Dave Hare. As I say that, Hare looks to the inside of Peck off of turn number 4. We're going to race down to the line. And won by Peck that time, but Hare is in a good position going down into turn 1 and 2. Turns 1 and 2. Work it side by side off the corner. Looks like Dave Hare able to clear the pack 16 that time down the back straight away as they head down into turn 3 and 4. Have the third leader of the afternoon here in this one as Dave Hare will continue to stay on track and lead this one as he will pick up his first lap led of the afternoon as Ken Pack heads his way to pit lane, and so does the 41 of Michael Kurgelek. So 2 cars left to make their pit stop here in stage number 1, the 15 of Dave Hare as well as the 42 of Alan Bledsoe still out there on their original tires and original tank of fuel as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Hare will go right by, and so will the Bledsoe 42. So no one headed down pit road yet of these 2 drivers as Kurgelek, he is still getting his service completed. Looks like Ken Peck tires only also on his stop, so Ken Peck on the same small strategy as the Purcell number 01 as Peck will follow lap down as he drops in behind the number 15 Hare machine this time as Hare comes again off of turn number 3 and 4. You can see Peck out right in between them here running in the 4th position. Dave Hare continues to control this one here in the middle of stage number 1 getting towards the final third of this stage as we have completed 34 of 48 laps here from Homestead Miami Speedway. Number 15 watched Dave Hare in his office as he works his way down the front straightaway. Board the roof cam now for a lap around 1.5 mile long. Homestead Miami Speedway. Still, the only car left to pit will be this 15 of Dave Hare. As I say that, he will try to bring it down onto pit road, able to get it on pit road. Right there is the 15, so Dave Hare will head to the attention of his pit crew, and we'll see if it is 4 tires and fuel, or just a full tank of Sunoco E85 fuel to get him to the end of stage number 1. That is going to turn the lead over to, I believe, the 01 of Kyle Purcell. Kyle will work his way out of turn number 4 right now, so he will catch up to the 15 as they head down the front straightaway here. Looks like Hare's pit stop is complete and he is back underway. So it should be pretty even Steven working this time. Out of the pits is the number 2 car. Another fuel only stop, as that is Dave Hare coming back up to speed on the back straight. He will get passed by both Dave Hara and Chad Snyder. That time into turn 3 and 4. Also lose a spot to the 54, Curtis Sovereign. He cycled himself back out in about the 5th position behind Sovereign, in front of Ken Peck, Alan Bledsoe, and Travis Rodriguez. Should be the fastest car of this group, as he looks to have taken tires on his pit stops, so makes easy work of both the 16 and the 42 there as he heads down the back straightaway. Sets his sights next on Dave Hare, Kurt Sovereign, and Chad Snyder, the next group of cars in front of him, although actually has some of the fresher tires of the cars that did complete their pit stop and take tires. He is pitted on lap 27. He came down pit road, so let's see if he can make up some more positions here before the end of the stage. Obviously about 9 laps to go before that happens, as coming in he is on the outside looking in of the battle for the cutoff position here in the round of 8. Another battle to watch here is watch this David Fauna machine, see if he can close in on the back of the Kyle Purcell 01, as he will look to pick up a stage victory, currently sitting in the 2nd position of this one, headed down through turns 1 and 2 there. You can see Kyle just on the top of the screen there, the outside car of those 2 cars on your screen. They got closing orders, so suddenly down to 1.9 seconds here as they work their way down the back straightaway. Definitely able to carry a ton of speed on the exit, more so than the 01 with the fresh set of tires. Back to work these turns 1 and 2. Looks like Dave Hara has maneuvered his position his way back up into the top 3, as he currently sits in 3rd position now, just outside of behind the 8 of Lofano, this time out of turn number 4. Back down towards the start-finish line. There is your top 5-6 cars. We'll see how much ground Travis Rodriguez is able to continue to make up here late in stage number 1. Looking underneath 6 off of turn number 2. Not able to get that done, so he will have to fall back in line into turn 3 and 4. The gap continues to close between Lofano and the 01 of Purcell. Also Dave Hara catching up to the back of that 01 car too now, as Lofano will look to the inside into turn 1 and 2 to take over the top of the scoring pylon here as we get down to the nitty gritty of stage number 1, this time through 1 and 2. Will complete about 5 laps to go before the end of the stage. Dave Lofano gets that pass done. Now Kyle Purcell will have to play a little defense. He's got the 15 car there, right there with him on his back bumper, looking to the inside off of turn number 4. Dave Hara going to make the move down the front straightaway, as he will get the position at the line and go back to the bottom in 1 and 2. It's going to make easy work of that Kyle Purcell 01. Makes me wonder if the 15 took 2 tires in the pit stop of stage 1. Obviously definitely closing the gap back up to these cars in front of him, who looked like they had taken 4 fresh tires, and now he's closed right back in on the back bumper of that 8 car down the back straightaway. 3 laps to go here in the stage as we work lap 47, and Dave Hara right on the back bumper of the Lofano 8. Kyle Purcell still holding on to 3rd. Lofano gets a little loose there on the exit of turn 1 and 2. And that's going to let Dave Hara get a good drive down the bottom in turn 3 and 4. This time looking to clear the 8 on the exit of 4, so up in front of that Camaro, that number 8 Camry. He gets it done as he goes back to the lead here on lap number 48. So just 1 more lap to go before the end of stage number 1 here. looking to maximize their points in the standings. 10 points in the standings to the stage winner. Bonus points for stage and race wins don't necessarily help you any further here, as they do not carry forward. The most important thing, though, is those 10 points in the standings, as we see the 15 come down across the line. Lofano, Sauber, Purcell, Travis Rodriguez, your top 5 at the end of stage number 1. So the caution is out as we complete the first 48 laps of the QFRL AutoServe 240 from Homestead Miami Speedway. This is the All-American Racing Cup Series on the Sim World Racing Network. We're going to step away for a quick second, and we'll be right back to reset the lineup after pit stops. So as pit stops complete and cycle through the end of stage number 1, we'll take a look here at the updated point standings after that stage. So we'll see a few jumps as Kurzlek will jump in front of Nelson, picking up a few extra stage points. And then down a little further, Kurzlek gets around the 28 of Kelly Thomas to move up into 10th place in points. So a little bit of position moving there after the end of stage number 1, but nothing too major. Obviously, big stage win for that number 8 car. Or sorry, the 15 car of Dave Hara picking up the win there. Hey Dave, it's Nathan. You got a copy? So just tried to grab a word there. with the stage winner, Dave Hare, but unable to make that connection, so we will probably try again at the end of stage number 2. Oh, looks like the lights are off on the pace car. That means we are getting set to go back racing here this time out of turn number 4. 1 to go signal that time for the field, so it looks like the field will restack. Dave Hara and Kyle Purcell on row 1, Dave Lerfano, Curtis Sovereign in row number 2. Row number 3 will be the Courage Lake 41 and the Snyder 26. Row 4 will be Alan Bledsoe and the 79er Rodriguez, and that 5th and final row there on the screen will be the 16 of Ken Peck as well as the 75. That is James Nelson. So the field is 2 by 2 headed towards turn number 4 this time. We'll get set to go back racing here this time. Oh, sorry, can't forget the 20. That is Larry Garnett's also out there as well. We're back racing on lap number 53. 53 will be complete. 107 to go this time at the line for the field. Field in control of the 15. Green flag is back out. Pedal to the metal, and we are back ripping, roaring, and snoring down into turn number 1 and 2. Dave Hare right back to the bottom groove through 1 and 2 in that number 15. Camaro, we got a battle for second this time off of turn 2 as it's Purcell on the outside, Lafano on the inside, but Lafano will settle back into that 3rd position as they head towards turn number 3 and 4. But now Dave Hare under attack from Purcell on the inside, so Kyle Purcell goes to the bottom. Oh, almost gets together. Hare gets up into the wall that time. That's going to lose him a ton of ground off the exit of turn number 4. That's not what Hare wanted to see happen. Let's see if we can get a replay here as they work their way off of turn number 4. Oh, they didn't touch. Dave just got loose there on the exit of the corner, got himself into the wall, which opened the door for everyone to kind of scoot on by and move him back. So Dave Hare all the way back to 6th position. Got some work to do here in the second part of, or the second stage, sorry, with lots of time to go before we get to the completion. That'll be at lap number 98, the end of 98. They look 3 wide down the back straightaway a little. And James Nelson went 3 wide there for a minute. Looks like Sanders thinks better of that, and he will drop back. As Ken Peck looks to be shaky wobbly there off of turn number 4, able to keep it under control. He's going to drop all the way back behind Larry Garnes to 11 on Speedway is the Pack 16. Up front though, Kyle Purcell back to the front of this one as he was for most part of the first stage this afternoon. Down through 3 and 4 they go. The lead is about 3/10 of a second as the 8 car right there in second. Courage Lake now up to 3rd, Bledsoe 4th, and Curtis Sovereign round out your top 5 as we head back down to turn 1 and 2. To the bottom. Bledsoe will kind of run a middle higher line. He will slide now back up in front of Sovereign on the exit turn 4. Bledsoe uses that top side momentum to get around the 41, but as I say that they go side by side now through turns 3 and 4. Curtis not giving up on the bottom, but the top side just too strong right there. That time off the 4 will slip up behind the 42 as they head back to 1 and 2. the 54, Curtis Sovereign, this time into 3 and 4, some heavy right side nose damage for that 54 Monster Energy Camaro. You can see there in that shot as they work their way down the front straightaway. Definitely nose all scuffed up on that 54, into something. Still able to continue, doesn't look to have slowed him down any, as the 50 continues to battle that middle low groove through 1 and 2 to get it done that time. The Sovereign will drive right back around the outside as Bledsoe now looks to the inside. of the leader. Sorry, we must have missed that pass for the lead. And, as Kyle Purcell has slipped back a little bit, but now he goes back to work on the inside of the Bledsoe car. Some front end damage also on that 0-1 into the wall a little early. Let's take a replay, see if we can get a better look. Looks like the 0-1 just got loose off that corner. Open the door for Bledsoe to drive it in. Up to the top by crisscross applesauce. Purcell able to flip it back underneath them on the exit and get back to the point. And now they're side by side out of turn number 4. Battle is on for the lead. It's a drag stretch. It's a drag race down the front straightaway between the 42 and the 01 down into turn 1 and 2. Still pretty even at the corner, at the halfway mark of the back straightaway, although Purcell bobbles again off of turn number 2. He's going to slide in behind the 42 car this time, going into 3 and 4. They'll both use the same line up around the top. 3 of the top 3 cars up around the top. Looks like Purcell made a little contact there with Bledsoe. Go 3 wide now down the front straightaways. Lofano looks to the inside as they work their way into turn 1 and 2. Bledsoe in the middle, Lofano on the bottom. Kyle Purcell uses that top side momentum to propel himself back around the top to the front. Better not look too soon though. Lofano, you got company there on the outside. That's Curtis Sobran going around in that 54 car around the 8. And here comes the 15 of Dave Hara back into the picture now. Up into the 5th spot for Hara after falling back from 2nd to about 6th or 7th after his miscue off of turn 4 early in the stage. Side by side with Dave Lofano this time through 1 and 2. Has to get out of the gas a little bit. That's going to let the 8 slip back in front. Got to keep it off the inside door was the 15. Now he's got company himself though as the 79 looks to make a move. Down to the inside of 3 and 4 on the 15. Top 3 on track right now is Kyle Purcell, Allen, and Bledsoe. Then we got the Sobran 54 running in 3rd. Then Dave Lofano and Juggles Rodriguez right there behind him. Dave Hara not out of the picture yet as the battle for the top 5th and 6th right there on your screen between the 79 and the 15 this time. Down into turns 3 and 4. Bledsoe looks to be under attack also as Sobran makes a move on the 42. Must have gone a little bit sideways there in that corner. Lost a bunch of ground to both the 54 and the 8 this time. Worked their way out of turn number 2. Kyle Purcell up front is going to pick up a gap of about 8/10 of a second this time. Now over Curtis Sobran. Now we see Flew for 42 down into turn 3. So hanging it out there on that top side, trying to fight back to the back bumper of the 54 car as those 3 cars behind him, though, all down the bottom. That time through 1 and 3. Bledsoe says, hey, that looked good. Let me try here in 1 and 2. Bledsoe to the inside of Sobran through the exit of turn number 2. Not able to pull even. Will slip in line behind him down the back straightaway. Time now the 54 will go to the bottom, the 42 and the 8 to the top. The 4 will come down to complete lap 67 of 160. Back for the back half of the top 5, you have the 8 of Dave Lofano holding on to 4th, and 5th and 6th is Travis Rodriguez, and the 15 of Dave Hara. This time out of turn number 4, they'll come out single file as Sobran still holding on to that 2nd spot over Bledsoe, Lofano, and then Rodriguez, Hara, and Nelson. The top 7 up front though. Kyle Purcell continues to hold 8/10 of a second lead, almost 9/10 this time off of turn 2. The battle really is fiercely developing here for the 2nd spot. We'll keep an eye on it as as they head down to 3 and 4. Bledsoe into the fence a little bit, that time off of turn 4, not enough to let the 8 capitalize though, as they go back into turn 1 into their funnel up top. Bledsoe down the bottom, they work their way through 1 and 2 now. Bledsoe will get a little bit of a run on the back of the 54. To the bottom in 3 and 4, saying, hey, not quite yet. Want that spot back, Dave. Oh, as I say that though, very, very loose for Rodriguez. Is able to save it, locks the brakes up. Kurdzlak able to avoid. Yellow is out on the Speedway as Travis Rodriguez all but hits anything. As that was a great save by the driver of that 79 and some evasive driving from everyone behind him. We'll take another look at the replay here of the Rodriguez incident. Just gets loose off of turn number 4. Gets it straightened back out, comes back up the track. Kurdzlak makes a hard right. I do not know how that 41 passed up behind them. So let's take a look on board the Kurdzlak 41. You can see Travis coming back up. Kurdzlak hard left down the front straightaway to avoid him. So definitely some evasive driving by the Kurdzlak 41, able to get clear of that 79 car. So here, as the caution is out in the middle of stage number 2, right around, I would think, probably when we start to see cars head down pit road for a tank of fuel. So that is going to open up pit road this time for the field, as we'll see who takes the opportunity to come down pit road. As looks like everyone on track will take advantage of the pit road situation and head towards their pit crews as they head into their respective team pit boxes. We'll keep an eye on who gets what done here. So it looks like potential 2-tire only stop for the Nelson 75, as he was the first car off of pit road, a 9-second pit stop. So the only driver in single digits on the stopwatch that time on pit road. So makes you wonder if what the strategy is there, but that'll move him from about 5th or 6th at the caution, time of the caution, up to now into the lead of this one. Looks like it'll be himself, Kyle Purcell, Al Bledsoe, Dave Lafano, Dave Hara will be your top 5. So we're just going to step away for a quick second. We'll be right back on in a second to reset the field and get set to go for the completion of stage number 2. Welcome back to Homestead Miami Speedway. Lights are out on the caution truck. He heads to the infield. James Nelson, the control car here on the restart. Into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out and we are back underway. 76 laps complete of 160. 84 laps to go as we approach the halfway point of QFRL Auto Serve. 240, big trouble for Purcell as he almost gets into the side of the 75. That time off of turn 2, has to take evasive action. As Bledsoe already able to get by that 75, as now the rest of the pack of Hornets looks to do the same. This time Kyle Purcell, big trouble that time. Down the front straightaway, not sure if he was able to keep it out of the wall. We'll take a look as he is reversing it on course and headed back under power. Doesn't look like he made any contact with the wall, but we'll take a quick look here. On the bottom, car just gets away from him again on the exit of turn 4. Full 360 brings the car to a stop. Oh, nudges it into the inside wall, so did get a piece of that wall just ever so slightly. Yellow flag is out though, as we have another incident on the Speedway. Ooh, Travis gets into the side of the 54 car, and then they get collected. Hopefully, it doesn't look like too many other cars involved. We'll take another look here. Oh, 54 gets into the Nelson 75. Larry Garn's able to avoid. So we will have another caution, which is a good break for the Purcell. 0-1 as he will get all that track back he lost there when he had his own incident off of turn number 4. So under caution, Alan Bledsoe is the leader. Dave Lerfano, Dave Hara, Chad Slater, James Nelson, your top 5 here on the track. Pit road should open up, see if we have any takers. Maybe see the 75 back down pit road to get some more tires on that thing, possibly. No mechanical black flags for anyone, so that is good news at this point. Just keep an eye on pit road as the field will cycle by. Bledsoe, is he headed down pit road? Psych, just kidding. He is not, but James Nelson, Larry Garns, Curtis Sauber, Travis Rodriguez, and Kyle Purcell are all headed to the attention of their pit crew on pit road. Field continues to work under caution here as we have just crossed the halfway point tonight. 80 laps complete, 80 laps to go as the field should get the 1 to go signal from the starter. They sure do double it up, boys, on the Speedway. So it'll be Bledsoe, Lerfano, Harris Snyder, Ken Pack, and Michael Kurzlak in row 3. Behind them, row 4, we'll see James Nelson on the inside. And I think Kyle Purcell was outside. We'll wait till they get tightened up here on the back straight to give you a better answer. Yep. The Purcell 01 on the outside. Travis Rodriguez and Larry Garnes in row 5. And then 11th starter will be the 54 of Curtis Sabran as they head down towards turns 3 and 4 behind the pace car, who will look to head to the safety of pit road this time off of 4, and the field will be control of the field, will be in the hands of the 42 Bledsoe machine this time off of turn number 4. Into the restart box, green flag is out, pedal to the metal, and we are back racing here from Homestead, Miami. Bledsoe easily clears the 8 car on the restart. He'll jump up to the top and back down to the bottom this time through 1 and 2. Head of the turn 2 down the back straightaway. Bledsoe, Lurfano, Snyder, Hara 1 through 4 as Snyder and Hara look to go to battle here on in turn 3. On the high side may kiss the wall a little. This time out of turn 4, things are getting squirrely as a lot of guys out of control. James Nelson hard into the outside wall there, you just saw. Take a look at that replay for that 2 car. Or the 75. Again, just getting loose off of turn 4, hard into the outside wall. Looked like he got the meatball flag, so Nelson will have to bring it down to the attention of his pit crew. Has not used his quick repair yet, so this will be the time to use it here. Hopefully he can keep it on track and get this done quickly. So we're about 15 laps away from the end of stage number 2. So as long as he stays only 1 lap down, he should be able to get the wave around once the caution comes out for the end of the stage. So he will bring it down to the attention of his pit crew. On track though, Alan Bledsoe continues to lead over the 8 of Lurfano as they work their way through 3 and 4. Schneider, Purcell there for 3rd and 4th on the Speedway. 3 wide this time out of turn number 4 as Hara to the extreme low side. Thinks better of that. He's going to duck in line behind the 01 down the front straightaway. Back to the bottom is Hara on the inside of Kyle Purcell this time through down through the 1 and 2 end of the Speedway. Purcell uses a ton of momentum to carry himself back out in front of the Hara 15. Take a look back out front here though as Alan Bledsoe continues to lead the way just over 0.8 of a second. That time out of turn number 4. Snyder now under attack from Purcell once Purcell got clear of the 15 as they have gotten together. Caution is out again this afternoon as an incident between the 01 and the 26. We'll take a look at the replay. Both drivers thought they were clear of the other. One came up a little, the other came down a little. See if we can get a better view of it. Like here you can see Kyle coming up, and then looks like Kyle came up into the rear quarter of the 26. Apologies to Chad. No fault of Chad's there, as it just the 01 comes up the track, gets into the back of the 26 and sends Chad spinning. Thankfully for Chad, he misses the end of that wall, didn't make contact with it, so that is, I guess, out of that situation. That is the good news. But that will put us back under caution here for, I believe, what is the 4th time this afternoon. So 3rd caution of stage number 2. Caution 1 on the afternoon was for the end of stage number 1, and then looks like cautions 2, 3, and 4 all for incidents here. Out of all of them actually out of turn number 4. Juggles got himself all turned out of shape to bring out the first one, and then the 54 and Rodriguez got together to bring out the second one. And here on this 3rd caution of the stage, Kyle Purcell comes up the track, not quite clear of the 26, gets into the left rear quarter panel and sends Chad for a ride down to the inside, as I mentioned. Very lucky not to get into that retaining wall on the inside. So looks like no pit road takers at all in this sequence. Everyone stays on track. We're just getting closer to the end of the second stage. Obviously that will be at the completion of lap number 99. So we get a little bit closer each lap. Should be about, let's say, 8 or 9 laps to the end of the stage once we get back going. It's going to be Bledsoe, Lurfano, Hera, and Rodriguez. Oh, sorry. Bledsoe, Lurfano, Hera, Rodriguez. First 2 rows. And you have Kurzlek and Ken Pack, Curtis Sobran, and Kyle Purcell. That's where he cycled back in once the caution came out. Larry Garns and Chad Snyder on 9th and 10th. Looks like James Nelson won't be able to finish this one. Too much damage on that 75, and he will call it an afternoon here from Homestead. So he will finish in 11th place this afternoon for James Nelson. Continues to cycle around under caution here from Homestead. To complete lap number 90 of 160. Should be getting the 1 to go signal this time at the line, I would assume. We'll go green with about 69 laps to go in this one. Lights are out on the pace truck. That means 1 to go signal given to the field. Bledsoe will pick the inside here on the restart. He will look to the inside, Lurfano on the outside. Dave Hare, Travis Rodriguez. Row 2, Michael Kurzlek, and the 16 of Ken Peck will make up row 3. Row 4 is Curtis Sobran and Kyle Purcell. Row 5, Larry Garns and Chad Snyder. The 10 cars remaining here on track in this one this afternoon. Green flag will be displayed at the completion of lap 91. We'll have 69 laps to go before the end of the race, and about 9 to go before the end of the stage. So hopefully we can make it to the end of stage number 2 clean and green from this point, and we'll get the 3rd and final stage going here in just a matter of about 10 laps or so, as the safety truck will head to the safety of the infield this time out of turn number 4. He will turn control of the field over to that 42 car. We'll go up into the starter stand with Bob the starter into the guide code restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are back racing here from Homestead, Miami, as the field roars and roars down into turn number 1. But so able to off of turn number 2, but that's going to put Lurfano in a battle with Dave Hare for 2nd and 3rd into turn 3 and 4. Lurfano able to clear Hare, that time out of turn 4. Now the battle is on for 5th there. A little further back is Purcell to the inside of Rodriguez through 1 and 2. Hare back to the bottom and the inside of Lurfano off of turn 2. Not able to pull up even as he'll snick back in line there with the 79 machine. Now he goes, drives it in way deep on the bottom again in 3 and 4. Looks to have the exit this time, maybe able to clear the 8. They're going to be door to door out for turn 4. Still not able to make that move work, as the 01 though has got by the 79. He gets up into the fence though that time. 15 still battling hard on the inside of that 8 car. Speedway's battling on the inside here as Lurfano looks to right up on the back bumper of that 42 machine also as they work through turn 3 and 4. Battle for first and second. Battle for third and fourth on the track here. As Harrell all the way down. Bledsoe all the way bottom. Lurfano goes to the top. See if he can get a good run out of turn number 2. His way back past that 42 car. Inside for the Purcell 01 into turn 3. He's going to go to battle with Dave Hare as they're putting side outside on the exit of turn number 3 now. Purcell easily clears the 15 up in front of him as they come down to lap 95. Bledsoe has it. Lurfano wants it as Bledsoe continues to run that bottom strongly through 1 and 2. Lurfano gets stuck up on that top side, not as quick as the 42 is around. Able to close that gap right down on the entry of turn number 3. 3 and 4 this time though. Lurfano able to pull pretty even with the 42 off of the exit. 42 runs through well, not going to cost him too much. He's going to lead that lap, but he's going to put Lurfano in a better spot on the entry of turn number 1 and 2. Now Lurfano on the bottom, Bledsoe up top, little flip-flop applesauce from last time. It's going to be pretty even off of the corner exit 2 as Lurfano will lose a little ground to the 42. Maybe he'll make another attack down into 3 and 4. Lurfano right to the bottom, right inside that 42 car this time. It's a little wobbly out of the exit of turn number 4. That's going to give the advantage to the 42. He's going to clean. And we should have just about 2 laps to go here before the end of the stage. Good battle developing here for all these top 4 positions. As you can see on both sides of the screen, the Lurfano feet off the attack of the 42 and then the 15. Also attacking the 01 this time down into turns 3 and 4. Lurfano again going to pull right up side by side with that 42 as they come back around to the line. Should be the last lap here of stage number 2. Not able to get it done that time in 1 and 2. He's got one more chance at the stage victory here as they take it down into 3 and 4. Pretty big gap though in front of him to the 42. Kyle Purcell drives it way deep on the bottom, not able to get past the Lurfano machine. Lurfano will drop in line behind the 42 as they work their way off of turn 4. Should see the end of stage number 2 right there at the completion of lap number 99. So 99 laps in the book. The stage finish is Bledsoe in the 42, the 8 of Dave Lurfano. Kyle Purcell, Dave Hare, Ken Pack is your top 5. Kurdzilek, and then Rodriguez, Sobran, Larry Garnes, and Chad Snyder, the 10 cars on the Speedway. Each of them picking up at least 1 point in the standings here as we complete the second of 3 stages. We'll catch up to the back of the iRacing pace truck this time as they head on the back straightaway. Look for pit road to open up also for the field this time as the field will head down through 3 and 4. Pit stops will be the name of the game this time out of turn number 4 for the cars in the field as they will get some service for fresh Goodyear tires, a full tank of Sunoco E85 gasoline as we get ever so closer to the end of this event. 101 laps complete this time for the field as the field all enters onto pit road. Pit crew's going to work on pit road here. We'll see who the first car off of pit lane is going to be. Bledsoe is down and away, so is Rodriguez. Looks like, ooh, that's pretty close. I am not sure if Purcell was able to beat Bledsoe off of pit road, but it was pretty close nonetheless. We'll see how it stacks out as the field rolls up onto the back straightaway. We're going to step away for a quick second and we'll be right back. Field paces around behind the iRacing pace truck. Thanks for tuning in to the Sim World Racing Network. My name, as always, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series, Nathan Christensen here, bringing you race number 34 of the season. As we have the QFRL AutoServe 240 from Homestead, Miami. Race 34 of the season. Race 2 of the round of 8. I guess one round to go. One race in the round of 8 to go next week from Martinsville. And then we will set the field for the championship Tuesday. 3 Tuesdays from tonight, November the 5th, Tuesday, November the 5th, 8:20 Eastern will be on the air for Championship Tuesday, crowned the 2024 All-American Racing League Cup Series champion. Live from the desert, Phoenix Raceway is the location of that final event on the year. We'll have 4 drivers, all with a chance to contend for the championship. Best finish of those drivers wins the event, or wins the championship. Doesn't necessarily need to win the race. So that is exciting. We look forward to that battle in 3 weeks' time, November the 5th, here on the Sim World Racing Network. But before we can get there, we have about 56 laps left here this afternoon from Homestead. And then, like I mentioned, next week we will head to the paperclip, the half-mile Martinsville Speedway to set the field for the Final Four. But right now, green flag is back on the track. Alan Bledsoe gets the jump over Kyle Purcell, headed down into turn 1 and 2. Field fans out 3 wide behind the leaders. Everyone gets back into a double wide formation with their fans. They go 3 wide into turn 3. Sobran on the outside, Hera on the inside, or in the middle, and Courage Electric on the white line that time through 3 and 4. Able to keep it going as the Camry of Kyle Purcell looks to the inside of Alan Bledsoe up front. Able to do that time on turn number 3 though, or 4, as they head down through 1 and 2. Purcell goes to the bottom this time in 3 and 4. See if he's able to pull him on the exit with the 42 of Bledsoe pretty close to it as they head back down the line. Looks like Bledsoe is really at the line with Kyle Purcell in a good position. to make a move again, but Bledsoe now says, I'm going to try the bottom. It seems quick for you, so better be for me. That time out of turn number 2. Bledsoe leads the way over Kyle Purcell, Dave Lafano, Travis Rodriguez, and the 16 there in the 5th position. Purcell right again, right back to the bottom this time again off of turn number 4. Still again, Bledsoe leads him, but not in a position to go to the bottom this time, as Purcell had a better advantage in car positioning going into turn 1 and 2. Not able to capitalize quite as well on the bottom in 1 and 2 as he is down in 3 and 4. He'll fall back in line as the battle on for 5th now as Sovereign looks to the inside of the King Pack 16. Back up front though, Purcell right back to the bottom where he's been running strong. Here through 3 and 4, definitely not able to beside him that time as Purcell is going to clear, or going to fall in line as we check out the battle for 3rd and 4th here. As the 79 will try to go to work on the 8, gets up into the wall. That's going to cost Rodriguez a bit of time. And behind him, we got a 2-wide battle as Ken Peck and Curtis Sovereign side by side. Nope, slipping in behind him is the 54 that time down the back straightaway. Back up front though, Purcell and Bledsoe still going at it with Bledsoe on the excuse me, on the top of the scoring pylon this time. Back down to 1 and 2 they go. Bledsoe right back to the bottom. Purcell brings the rail around the top side. See if he gets a run out of turn 4. He is not close enough to make anything of it though, as he will slot in line behind the 42 as they head back towards 3 and 4. Switch it up once again. Purcell in his preferred line through turn 3 and 4 right there on the bottom on the inside of Bledsoe. And still nothing happening as he's going to pull back in line. We'll see if Bledsoe goes back to the bottom in 1 and 2. He does. Opens the door for Purcell to drive it in a little bit deeper on the top side. Gets into the fence though. Got some speed off as that's going to make that Bledsoe machine slide up in front of Purcell. That time out of turn 2. Foul, back through the field now as Bledsoe says, I'm going to try this bottom through 3 and 4. That's going to take the nose off the 01, who's going to push up the track through the center of 3 and 4. Almost in the defense, keeps it off the wall. Does Purcell though as they head back to 1 and 2. Still single file through the top 5. It's Bledsoe, Purcell, Lafano, Rodriguez, Ken Paxton, Sovereign, Harris, Snyder, Kurzlek, and Larry Garns round out the 10 cars on the Speedway. Wins on the year. 2 women at super speedway races. Those were Daytona 500 and the Oakland race in the first 2 races of the 2024 season, and picked up a win on her last lap pass at Michigan in the heat of the summer. Lafano. Kyle Purcell also sitting with 3 victories on the year. Picked up the win at Worldwide Technology Homestead. Picked up the win at the Glen and also at Circuit of the Americas earlier this season. So both 3-win years so far for both and the 8. As I say that, Dave Lafano looks to have some company on the inside. 2 race wins so far this year for Travis Rodriguez. Picked up the big win, first ever career win in the All-American Racing Cup Series. Got that done at Talladega in the spring, and then backed up that win with the 2nd win of the year off the streets of Chicago through downtown Chicago. Got that 2nd win for Travis. Couple drivers here behind them, though, looking to pick up that first win. 3 of them actually. Ken Peck in that 16 fast car every time we hit the track. QFRL regular on Friday nights. And we have Curtis Sovereign hitting his 54 Monster Energy Camaro. Again, another driver looking for their first win of the season. And then finally, the 15, Dave Hara, another driver who's chomping at the bit to get away. After winning stage 1 tonight, looked like he was in a good position, but now running in the back half of the top 10 here with just over 40 laps to go. Looks like Kyle Purcell had a bit of an issue there a few laps ago, as now he's dropped back to the 5th place, 6th place battle here. There is on the inside with Sovereign going around his outside, so Kyle Purcell from 2nd to 5th in about a lap and a half. Still under attack here in the 15 and the 54 this time out of turn number 2, 3 wide. It looks like no, Hara will think better of that. He'll sneak up in behind the 01 though, as he will go back to the bottom now as they go to 4. Hara on the inside, Purcell on the outside. They battle their way off of turn number 4. Purcell able to use the top side and clear the 15 down into turn 1. Now Sovereign though takes his line away, and that is going to bottle up and let the 15 get a good run through the inside of 1 and 2. He's going to pull even with that machine down the back straightaway. The 01 gets a good run though, as he gets a little love tap to the back of the 54 on the entry of turn number 3. Out front, Alan Bledsoe leads the way over. Travis Rodriguez, Dave Rufano, Ken Pack, Curtis Sovereign in the battle for 6th and 7th on the TV screen. Kyle Purcell and the 15, Dave Hara. Alan Bledsoe's been able to open up a 1.3 second lead here in the 3rd and final stage as he heads down the back straightaway back to Travis Rodriguez in the 2nd spot. Bledsoe 6 wins on the year so far this year. We'll see if we can pull up those victories for you here momentarily. Picks up wins at Kansas, Darlington, Nashville, Pocono, Indy, and 2nd Darlington win. So both races at Darlington, Kansas, Nashville, Pocono, and Indy, the 6 events that have found Alan Bledsoe in victory lane so far this year. Continues to run around here under green, looking to complete lap 120. So 39 laps to go that time across the line for the Bledsoe 42. The tire distributors Camaro works his way through 1 and 2. 2nd place there, as I mentioned, Travis Rodriguez about 1.2 seconds off of that 42 cars. They head down the back straightaway. Dave Rufano there, he is that 3rd man on the podium, driving that Assault Motorsports, Graham Collision, Julio Cornhole, Bags and Boards, Assault Motorsports, Toyota Camry, running 3rd. We'll take a look one spot further back, that is Ken Pack holding on to that 4th place there in his Prisma Health Auto Serve Camaro as he runs the top side. Right on his inside though is Dave Hara, winner of station 1 and leading to the lead. Number 15 heads down the back straight, holding on to that 5th position just in front of that 01 of Kyle Purcell. Right there on the back bumper of the Pack 16, drives it deep down into turn 3 and 4, see if he can use a good run on the bottom to get right side by side with the 16 this time out of 4. Pack too strong on the top side here in the middle of this stage. He's going to roll right up to the back bumper of the 8th. Probably going to have to get out of it though to avoid the contact with the 8th. That's going to slide the 15 in front of a 2-for-1 opportunity, not able to clear the 8 that time down the back straightaway, so he will fall in line. Not quite, sorry, the 15 will go back to the bottom. Same with Kyle Purcell there on the far right hand side of the screen as they work through turns 3 and 4. Looks like some pit stops have been happening. Sovereign, who has come down to pit road, I believe a couple times, maybe some damage for the 54, not exactly sure what brought him to pit road, but 36 laps to go here. Just clicked up on the timer. So maybe an incident involving the 15 here. We're going to take a look so we can see. Oh, so the 15 and 54 got together there down the back straightaway. That puts Sovereign hard on the outside wall. Definitely probably had some toe link issues on that machine as he was having a very hard time. Was able to get it back under control and get it back down to the bottom, but we'll take another look at that. Just a little contact between the 15 and the 54. Hard racing down the back straightaway. Hurts the 54 the most as he gets into the fence. Set to come down pit road to the attention of his pit crew using his fast repair. So he is back in the back now. Up front continues to be Rafano's lost a couple positions here. He's now back into the 5th position, so a little bit of an issue for Dave Rafano. Up front though, still Alan Bledsoe continuing to lead. Rodriguez is tracking him down here with 33 laps to go. He's closed in about half the distance he was the last time we checked in on these two up front. It was 1.2 seconds earlier. Now it is down to 0.7, 0.6 seconds roughly for the driver of that 79 car. You can see there the difference, the gap closing ever so slightly. It's been pretty steady though over the last handful of laps as it sits at about 0.8 seconds right now. We'll take a look at the time deltas over the last handful of laps if we can get rid of this so you can see it on screen. Flapping back and forth, who runs the faster laps here in this one. So a few more cars have come down pit road. Looks like Kyle Purcell has come down pit road. He will have completed his pit stop. Lap 127. So we get down to this. Will be 30 laps to go when the leader of the race comes back around to the front straightaway. Right now that is Alan Bledsoe in at 42 car, which is way through turns 3 and 4. Rodriguez. Oh, as I say that, Bledsoe will duck down onto pit road, almost careens right into those barrels. That was a pretty close call, I think, for the 42. Let's take another look here. We'll see him come down off of the apron. It's pretty much as close as you want to be without hitting them. So definitely closer than he wanted to be, as he will come to the attention of his pit crew. 4 tires and a full tank of fuel. He's going to turn the lead over to Dave Hera as Travis Rodriguez heads down pit road. Dave Hera here works his way through turns 1 and 2. Second place right now comes back for Dave Rafano. Mike Kurdzlak in 4th and Chad Snyder in 5th. Larry Garn sits 6th. All those drivers have yet to pit here in the 3rd and final stage of this one this afternoon. So look for them to all hit pit road before too long. All on pit road last at lap 101. On the right hand side of your screen, all those drivers yet to pit there all the way through. 6th is Pack. He has yet to pit also, I believe. So last pit stop is lap 101, which was the end of stage number 2 when pit road opened. So they've gone so far 31 laps they've gone here on this set of tires. As we will continue to watch as Tim Peck will head down pit road. He will complete his final pit stop, scheduled pit stop of the afternoon, I would imagine. I don't think anyone will be back down pit road unless, of course, the caution flag rears his ugly head here late in this one. You see the 15 car coming down across the line, 26 laps to go this time. Handful of drivers yet to pit here. First one being Dave Hera, Dave Lafano in second, Kurgelak third, Larry Garnes in fourth. As I say that, the 15 of Dave Hera heads for pit road. So does Mike Kurgelak and Chad Snyder all on pit road to the attention of their pit crews here. That's going to turn the race lead over to the number 8 Dave Lafano and himself and Larry Garnes. The only two cars left to pit in this one. 25 laps to go. That time at the line. As I mentioned, still though, a pit stop is required to make it to the line by Lafano 8 and the 20 of Larry Garnes. So we'll see how far Lafano is willing to run this one out. Upwards of almost, I think, 33, 34 laps at this point. Yeah, 35, sorry, excuse me. 35 laps since Lafano was last on pit road there. You can see it on the bottom of your screen. Just make this a little smaller so we see the top 5. So we'll see how far Lafano will ride out this set of tires before coming down pit road. Obviously, having the faster tires at the end is probably the best situation to be in, as long as you don't lose too much time to those other competitors. And keeping in mind that second, third, and fourth are already back on the lead lap after making their pits. So Dave Lafano, the last one to come down pit road, as Larry Garnes has completed his pit stop on lap 136. So as Lafano heads to the bottom of 3 and 4, looks like he might be coming to the attention of his pit crew, this time off of turn 4. He sure is. Gets that car wound down to about 55 miles an hour pit road speed. We're going to turn our attention now to the 42 Alan Bunsen, just heading down the back straightaway. There is Kyle Purcell out of his rearview mirror, second on the track now, will inherit second place if they can get back around and pass Lafano, which I don't foresee them having too much issue doing. As they get out of turn 4, Lafano just getting to his pit box and halfway through his pit stop now. So Lafano is going to probably cycle out back in about, I would say, 7th or 8th, maybe worst case scenario possibly. We'll see how quickly he can make up that ground now with those fresh sets of tires, as he will now head back out on pit road, and he is going to be, looks to be in a little far worse shape than I even forecasted as. Now he's back to, oh that's right, back to 7th. He should get back on the track and up to speed before that 8th place car catches him there. That is the 54 of Sauber. Side by side into turn 3 and 4. So now we will keep an eye on that 8 car of Dave Lafano, see how many positions he can make up here, with the last car being the last car to pit here in this event, as he makes the 54. Makes easier of the 54 that time into 1 and 2. Chad Snyder on the bottom now. He is on the same lap as Lafano, not a good position, but again, these new fresh tires Lafano has are definitely an advantage here. Sitting about 13.5 seconds off the lead. We'll keep an eye on that gap as this run develops. Looks like Alan Bledsoe's down to only 20 laps to go here from Homestead. Obviously leading this one by about 1.6 seconds over his closest competitor, Kyle Purcell, in the 0-1. As they work their way through 3 and 4, coming down to 19 to go. Alonso continues to lead the way over the Purcell 01. Rodriguez up into third. Ken Peck in fourth. Dave Harris sitting. Snyder, Sobern, and Larry Garnes. Your 10 cars running right now on the Speedway. As we continue to follow Bledsoe around here, we'll look back here at Kyle Purcell running in the second spot with just 16 laps to go as they head down the back straightaway. Travis Rodriguez there in the 79, holding on to third place. Ken Pack in fourth. Fifth place is the 15 of Dave Hara this time, looking through 3 back down to the line. 15 to go for Hara and the rest of these drivers. Kurdzlak there in the 41. He is running in the 6th position. Dave Rafano back in 7th. Hasn't really been able to make up too much ground with these new tires here in the first 5 laps of having them on the car. He's got it down to about 13 or so seconds, so really he's only gained about half a second on the leader at this point. So then we go back to Chad Snyder there in the 26th, running in 8th. Larry Garnes back in 9th position, and then the 10th running Curtis Sobern. He is the last car on the track in the 10th position. Up front though, Alan Bledsoe continues to lead the way by 2.1 seconds, continues to grow that lead over the Purcell 01. Here as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Back down to the line, 13 to go for the Bledsoe 42. Stands full of all American Racing League fans here tonight, cheering on their favorite drivers as we are almost down to the last 10 laps of this one. AARL with King like the 01 Kyle Purcell machine. You can see the Bledsoe car just off in the distance, 2.3 seconds up to that machine. Continues to lose a little bit of ground each lap as we work our way down to the end of this one into 3 and 4. Here at Travis Rodriguez, who sits about 4.4 seconds off the back bumper of the leader at this time. In fourth place, Ken Pack, just outside of the podium position. He is going to have a bit of the hands full here, though, as it looks like Dave Hara able to reel in that 16, and he is going to see if he can sneak underside of that 16 car. Number 15 machine down into turn. Deep 16 car Albert disappears there on the outside. We see he was able to clear. Nope, there he is again. The 16 car pops his nose back out in front as they look back down to 3 and 4. Time pretty even off of turn number 3. Still back with the advantage, but Harris close to the front bumper as he's been all this run of the 16. Drives him really deep. Is he going to do the slide job and clear up in front of the 16? No, holds it off the wall, but Ken Peck looks to have backed out a little just to make sure they don't make contact. The 15 now slides up in front of him. Hara up to 4th here late in this one. 8 laps to go, coming to 7. Next car on his radar is the Rodriguez machine, but he is 1.5 seconds up the road in front of him. Up front, though, continues to be the 42 of Alan Bledsoe heading down the back straightaway with just 6.5 laps to go. That time as they hit the midpoint of the back straightaway, now into turn 3 and 4. Got that lead up to 3.3 seconds over Kyle Purcell. Rodriguez in 3rd, Hara 4th. Ken Peck in 5th is the running order here with 6 to go in this one. Bledsoe works his way out of turn number 4. 4 laps to go at the line. Here's a look back to the difference between him and Kyle Purcell, who's just now coming out of turn number 4. I mentioned 3.6 seconds the difference at this point from 1st to 2nd. Looks like Dave Hara is caught in the 79 and is going to the inside there, as he will make quick work of the Travis Rodriguez 79. That time out of turn number 2. Hara cracks the podium with 3.5 laps to go. Now the gap up to Purcell from Hara is about 2 seconds with 3 laps to go, this time at the line for Dave. Battle on for 4th and 5th now as Ken Peck looks to the outside of Travis through 1 and 2, heads down the back straightaway, able to clear that 79, so move Rodriguez from 3rd back to 5th in just a couple of laps here, as the 2 cars that pitted a little bit later than him have been able to gain some ground and get around him. Dave Hara has been able to drive away from Ken Peck, so Peck still within attacking distance of Dave Hara. Hara looks to continually close in on the back of the Purcell 01 car. Not much time left, but he is making inroads to the 01 car ever so slightly every lap. See the difference of the last times here. White flag is in the air though, so Dave's going to do it. He's going to have a Hail Mary watermelon kind of lap here. to get up for the back of his one. But up front, though, Al Bledsoe leads down the back straightaway by 4.5 seconds over Kyle Purcell. Looks to could coast it in from here, as they would say. Alan Bledsoe coming back around out of turn number 4 will lead 76 laps on the afternoon, pick up his 7th win of the season, and lock himself into the championship round. Alan Bledsoe finishes his first, Kyle Purcell second. Dave Harrell will finish in third, Ken Peck in fourth, Travis Rodriguez will come home in fifth. So Alan Bledsoe, as I mentioned, 7th win on the season, most important one probably so far to date, as it locks him into the round of 4, the championship Tuesday. He will be one of the 4 drivers vying for the 2024 championship. We'll get a few drivers here set up for some post-race interviews, and we will be right back with 3rd place finisher Dave Harrell momentarily. Hey Dave, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yeah, man, I got you.
Strong 3rd place finish for the old Hillbilly machine tonight. Obviously winning that first stage, and then had a little bit of trouble in stage 2, but able to capitalize and bring it home in 3rd tonight.
Yeah, man, real proud of a 3rd place finish. Kicking myself a little bit though. Trying to use a little bit different strategy and run long there on the last stage. I should have pitted with the 42. I mean, I had the field covered on the long run. I felt like I had the fastest times. At least that's what the spotters were telling me on the long run. After the tires got 15, 20 laps on them, this thing really took off, and was really fast around the bottom there. Thanks for that, Nathan. Yeah, put in a lot of work running the high side and the low side, and for me, the low side just seemed to work. It managed for me for a very fast, long run car. Unfortunately, the strategy here on the Dana 2 lead Chevrolet just a little off. I definitely should have pitted with the leader rather than running that extra 5-7 laps. But nonetheless, good run. Glad to be finishing top 3 here 2 weeks in a row, man. So, hey, I want to thank SWRN for putting this race out here, and I want to thank all these guys, all these admins that put in work every season here for the All-American Racing League. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, thanks, Dave. And going to one of your favorite tracks next week, Martinsville. So hopefully we'll continue the podium streak and chatting at the end of the race next week.
Yeah, man. I hope I don't make anybody mad there, because it's going to get some beating and banging at Martinsville. Be sure and tune in for that, folks.
All right, thanks, Dave. That was 2nd place finisher Dave Harrell today. We'll see if we can catch a word with runner-up Kyle Purcell.
Kicked the wrong person out of Discord.
Sorry about that. Operator error. Like I was saying, 2nd place finisher Kyle Purcell. You got a copy?
I do.
So 2nd place tonight, that's pretty good. Obviously puts you in a good points position going into Martinsville next week. So got to be happy with a 2nd here tonight, I would think.
Yeah, I think I had potential to race for the win if I could just stop getting in my own way, but made too many mistakes, made things obviously too close. I feel bad. I know that it's going to fall on deaf ears and he doesn't want to hear it, but when I got into Chad there, going back and looked at it both on the broadcast and from my side, and I can see like we were probably going to be fine, but slight net code when I'm going up a tiny bit, he's coming down a tiny bit, and net code just put him right in front of me and caused a wreck. And I wasn't trying to race him hard or any different than anyone else, and didn't mean to spin him. That hurt me for sure, hurt him for sure, and again, hate that. Sorry to him, and yeah, just hate that happened and hurt me, hurt him. Overall, happy to salvage a P2. I hit super early, hoping for a late caution, but we'll take what we can take and go on to Martinsville.
All right, thanks a lot, Kyle. Good luck next week and locking yourself into the Final 4 in a couple weeks.
Appreciate it, thanks.
All right, that was 2nd place finisher Kyle Purcell, and then we'll talk to race winner Alan Bledsoe here in 1 second. It's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
I I got a copy, Nathan.
7th win of the year, maybe the biggest one so far, I'd think. Locking yourself into the championship 4, so that's got to be pretty rewarding and a little pressure off going into Martinsville next week, where who knows what could happen.
Yeah. Woo! I got it. Man, I told you last week this is my best track on the entire sim. But I thought it would. This is gonna sound really bad, but I don't mean it like this. But I thought it would come a little easier than this. It did not come easy for me today. But it was um, it was a really fun race. Honestly, that stage 2 battle with Lorfano was some of the hardest I had been driving all season. Um, and man, poor Lorfano ended up 7th. I don't know what happened to him, but that's a little tougher to take, I think. But I think it all just kind of boiled down to getting every little bit coming onto pit road. I drove into pit road really hard, and
I told the fans at home you were probably as close as you could be without hitting it on that last pit stop.
You're about right. I think I got onto pit road at exactly 50 miles an hour, and I skidded the tires coming in. It was a hard entry, and I think that's probably where I made up the most time. Purcell, he put up a good fight. He was strong, I thought, all race long. And I thought it was gonna be a pretty intense battle between me and him. And I guess he just short pitted and he was on a little bit older tires, so and with my pit entry, I just came out ahead and was able to pull away. So I mean, well done to Purcell. I'm really worried about him at Phoenix. I think he's going to have a fantastic run, and I'm not very good at Phoenix, so I need to practice a lot.
Well, you got a couple weeks to get behind the wheel there and some practice sessions and get better. And hopefully we'll be talking to you again after Martinsville and then again after Championship Tuesday there in 3 weeks from now.
You know what? You should interview all 4 of the Championship 4 before and after the race.
All right, I'll see what we can do. Usually I'm running right at the last second, so maybe I'll try to get here a little earlier.
Okay. Well, I'll hopefully see you or talk to you next week, Nathan.
All right, thanks, Alan. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, that was tonight's winner, Alan Bledsoe, driver of the All-American Tire Distributor number 42. We'll take a look here momentarily at the rundown of the field. Smaller field tonight than normal. 11 cars took the green flag from Homestead, Miami. Bledsoe picks up the win. Kyle Purcell, Dave Hare, heard from them. Second and third. Ken Pack and Travis Rodriguez round out your top 5. Michael Kurtzlek, Dave Lorfano, Chad Snyder, Larry Garrens, and Curtis Sobrin all finishing on the lead lap and running at the end of this one. And then James Nelson, unfortunately, incident earlier in the event knocked him out and wasn't able to finish the race with us tonight. So, again, thanks for tuning in here. We are so happy you could tune in to this event. We will be back on the air next Tuesday, 8:20 Eastern Time from Martinsville for what should be a pretty bang-em-up race on the short track of Martinsville to finally set the field for the championship round in 3 weeks from tonight. So, thanks again for joining us. My name is Nathan Christensen. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League QFRL AutoServe 240 from Homestead, Miami. Signing off. See you next week, folks.